Okay, I'm back. It's currently 7:51, it's minutes to 8, and I've been trying to take this video since like 5 o'clock. And there've been a couple technical difficulties. And honestly, I'm a little convinced now that this YouTube channel is just not meant to happen. But that's fine, because we're gonna work through it. I'm also trying to figure out whether I should like take this video with my glasses or without my glasses. I've been away. You guys must understand. This is my third attempt to take a video. I've taken 2 videos in the past and both of them were epic fails because I tried to take it outside my house, which was a big choke. My environment outside. The cricket sounds in the day and the birds are way too loud and there are motorcycle guys outside my house and everything is just so ghetto and disgusting. So it didn't work out, and these are 2 videos, at least one of them I can never take it again because it's a reaction video and I just can't fake a reaction. That's just fucking fake. Which is why I'm going to be very real today and I'm gonna be telling the story of why I am the way I am. It's the story of why I don't answer my messages fast, why I'm okay with just dropping people by the wayside, why I don't like get attached to people, why it doesn't bother me that I take 5 months to take a video. Everything is gonna make sense after this. It's like a history class on the story of my life. Stay tuned for that. I have an announcement. I'm actually ending that boy series. I have 1 more video to make for the whole boy series. I know that I said I was gonna do 10 episodes and I lied. It's not that I lied, it's just that I changed my mind because I don't have much taste for it anymore. I'm not enjoying dissing fellas as much as I thought I would have enjoyed it. I'm discontinuing that. My final video for my guy stories is the video that y'all have all been waiting for. It is the worst shit that has ever happened to me and I'm contemplating on whether I should tell that video tonight. Nah, can't do that. I need to mentally prepare myself to tell this story, but it is coming. It is the highlight of my life. If you don't know me, but you know about me, it's because of this, and I'm going to talk about it. So I'm very excited for that. That is coming, and after that, I'm done. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna tell like stories, because I still have so many stories to tell, but just not about fellas. I don't like speaking about niggas from my past. It's like these guys are so freaking irrelevant. It's disgusting. Thinking about these boys disgust me. Let's get into the video. At the start of my life, I went to a private school. My primary school was a private school, and I'm not talking about like any bougie primary school. Like, think of the most ghetto private school you know. That was my primary school. It is a private school, so there weren't many kids in the class, so I was really used to like not having a large group of people around me, and I was used to like having like 3 or 4 friends. So from an early age I was used to like not associating myself with so many people. It wasn't more than 14 of us in the class, and girls, there were only like 5 girls. I had a best friend when I was in grade 1. She left in grade 2, and this actually set the tone for how all of my best friendships would go like throughout the course of my life. Growing up, we did have this thing. I mean, as kids, we would always say, oh yeah, that's my best friend, or she's my best friend, or I'm her best friend. And it's like everybody'd have their own best friend. And as I said, it was like 5 of us. There was always an odd number. If one girl left, another girl would come, and there was always an odd number of girls in the class. So I'd have no best friend. And even if you have a best friend, everybody's gonna talk to everybody. So it's not like, oh, I was left isolated and alone. It wasn't like that. But of course, it made me feel sad because I was a crybaby at the time. Don't pity me. Save your tears until I talk about my secondary school life, because that shit is sad. When I entered secondary school, Form 1, I didn't have like many people to enter school with. You know, if you went to public school, you enter Form 1 with a lot of people, so it'd be like maybe a good 20 something of y'all, maybe even 30 something of y'all from the same primary school. So you enter school with your friends, or at least you enter school with people y'all know. For me, as I said, it was like 5 girls in the class, and out of the 5 of us, only 2 of us went to convent. So I entered school by myself. and I knew a couple people. Like, when you're in primary school, you have to go to a spelling bee or science competition. I knew people from lessons or whatever. So I knew a couple people, but it wasn't like so much to say, oh yeah, you know, I'm friends with this person, so let me go hang out with that person at lunch. No, none of that. I had a hard time. And the fact that I went to private school made it even worse, because the way public school children used to get along, sorry if you can see the glare in my glasses, the way public school children were acting, that's not how I was acting at all. It was very new to me. And this looks like a cowbell. It was hard for me to get along with children because of the way I acted. People would like see me and they'd be like, "You went to private school?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And they'd be like, "I can tell." And it would be like I wouldn't know how to get along with people. So it was already harder for me to make friends because of how I was, the way I spoke, the way I acted. And I was more like, fun fact, when I was in grade 6, I actually got the award for most eloquent. So that tells you a lot. I knew nobody. I didn't know anybody. I remember somebody asking me in Form 1, "Miss, you don't know nobody, man." And the truth is, I didn't know anybody. It was hard for me to make friends in Form 1, and I did like end up meeting people, obviously, but I never made like substantial friendships, not until Form 2. In Form 2, I ended up making friends with children in my class for a change. I had this group of friends, like a little squad in the class. It was nice. I wasn't mad at it, but I also never felt included. Even if I guess I was included, I always found a way to exclude myself, or at least I always found a way to feel excluded from things. Already I felt different from the rest of them, but I also feel like because of how I was in primary school, I felt excluded. So I think that kind of just followed with me to secondary school, where even if I have friends, I feel like I'm just a little out of the mix. So for example, if they're calling the group of us, I wouldn't say they're calling us, I'd say they're calling y'all. Or instead of saying we or ours, it's always y'all, it's always you guys. My woes didn't last that long because the squad broke up, and I don't think anybody even knows why. I don't know why it happened, but it was more like pick a side, like who you want to talk to. I became close with these two girls from that group of people, and they became my best friends, and the friendship actually wasn't that bad. So that was like the rest of Form 2. Going into Form 3, they were my best friends. They were nice people-ish, they were safe people, but eventually it did blow up in my face. It became less of a the three of us are best friends and more like they're best friends and I'm like the third wheel. If I get mad at one of them, both of them just stopped talking to me. So it wasn't that fun for me anymore. And already I have all of these inner issues about feeling like I don't belong. So that just made it even worse. For their birthdays, the first one's birthday passed, I got her like a box of chocolates, which I made myself. I spent all of my mother's money and I created this beautiful box of fucking candy. Then for the other one's birthday, we went out to lunch. And then for my birthday, I didn't get shit. I literally didn't even get a happy birthday. I got nothing. It was horrible. I was sad. I cried. It was a lot. The friendship after that, it wasn't a thing anymore. So I ended up going through the rest of Form 3 kind of by myself. I knew girls in the class, but I was not close to anybody enough to say, "Oh yeah, let me go and hang out with that person." So during my lunch times, I would sit down in the classroom by myself, and that doesn't sound too bad until you realize at convents, we're not allowed to sit down in the classrooms. So you have to keep the light off and you have to be really fucking quiet. And as I said, I was by myself for the full hour of lunch, and it was because you'd hear everybody outside making noise and like having fun and talking and really just doing the most. And back then I thought I was a really cool person, so in my head it's like, why can't I have friends, or like why can't I make friends like that, or why don't people want to be my friend? I got used to it, and yeah. I also had these two girls who I became kind of cool with. We were not super close, but like they were like cool for like if I don't want to sit in the classroom by myself. That was my Form 3 life. Was already kind of conditioning my mind to accept being alone and accept not having people around, accept the fact that everybody's gonna have fucking friends except for me. That's cap. But like what I'm trying to say is I was starting to get used to being alone and used to the idea that I may not be one of those people who have a lot of friends. Form 4, our classes changed. Also, I started using social media. Form 1, I used to use Facebook, I used to use WhatsApp. Aside from that, I didn't really use anything else. I think I created my Instagram and my Snapchat in Form 2, but neither of those I used because of the squad. We had Twitters. That was back in the day where you put everybody in your bio. I think I deleted my Facebook in Form 2, and then as a Form 3, I wasn't using anything really. So Form 4 is when I started using everything. I was out there. I made a lot of friends, but not really friends. I just met a lot of people online. I met a lot of guys, and I realized that I did have a very big sexual appeal, which was interesting. I think I was also looking for attention because I was very used to not getting it. I was used to not being in the spotlight. I was used to sitting down in a dark classroom by myself, but that was online. Mind you, at school, still didn't have much friends. I did have these 3 close friends, and I did get a best friend in Form 4. I didn't see it coming. I really thought that I was gonna be alone forever. Form 5, so as I said, I did have the 3 close friends. By Form 5, they weren't my close friends anymore. I think I only remained close with one of them. I made a lot of friends online though. Form 5, I realized that I am actually just really introverted in person, and online I am all out there. I am like the coolest person you'll ever meet. I also started getting into trouble with guys. When I did start getting attention from guys, I kind of just took that attention and I ran with it. Whatever guys wanted me to do, I wanted them to see me as cool because I wasn't used to people seeing me as cool. So if a guy said, oh yeah, do this, I'll do that. Show me this, I'll show you that. Shit, what do you think I am? That was my Form 5 life though. Sal CC life. As I said, I knew a lot of people online. So when I went to Sal CC, I knew a good bit of people. At Sal CC, you have a whole new crowd of people. You can be whoever you want to be. You could have been the biggest loser at secondary school, and when you reach Sal CC, you're really hot. And that's how it was for me. I mean, not that I thought I was a loser as a Form 5, but okay, I don't want to use the word loser. As a Form 5, I was already kind of starting to make a name for myself. Sal CC was my opportunity to make a different name for myself. That opportunity went to shit very, very quickly because of the people I became friends with. I made the worst friends. I did meet a lot of people at Sal CC that were very good for me, but a lot of the people that I became close with were not good for me, and I ended up having to let go of a lot of them. These stories I will talk about in other videos. It was easy to let go of them. If you knew how close I had gotten to these people, you'd be like, wow, even my best friend that I made in Form 4, I let go of her too. It was so strange. I just used to like drop people like if it was nothing, and I realized that because of how I was in the past, because I was used to being alone, because I was used to not having people, it was easy for me to get back to that point. So now it's funny how I'm actually the same way I was in Form 3. Only difference between me now and Form 3 is Form 3, it was sad for me to sit down in the classroom by myself and not have anybody around. Now I choose to sit down by myself and have nobody around. Now I make friends, but I can't keep them, or at least I can't keep close friends. I'm a very good far friend, or if you want to talk to me, I can talk to you because I'm a nice person. But to say like, oh yeah, I have all the friends in the world and I'm so good at just, you know, once you meet me, it's like I'm that person you can hit up at any time and I'll always be around to talk. Like that doesn't happen at all. I take ages to answer people. Now I'm at a point where I just don't interact the way you're used to people interacting with you. If I meet you, I will talk to you, will be nice, but I'm not the kind of person you hit up every day or the kind of person you expect to reach once you call them. If I'm close with you and we fall out, once I dismiss you from my mind, that's it. Like I will not think about you again because I'm used to people coming and going. I'm used to ending up by myself, and I'm at a point where I'm not mad at it. The reason that I suck as a friend is because it's not intentional. It's just the things that I've been through in my life, the things that I had to go through emotionally, and yeah, so that's why I am the way I am. So what do you learn from this video? What did you learn from this video? That I'm a loser? I think the takeaway from this video is that people act the way they do for a reason. I met a lot of people in my life who just thought, okay, Denise doesn't care about them because she only answers them once a day, or because she doesn't answer her phone, or because she doesn't have like a proper conversation with them. I've had a lot of people who literally just drop me, or like they base their mind, oh I burn them, or base their mind, oh you know I cut in style on them. Like, it's not that I'm trying to, you'll be surprised. Like, people don't just act like assholes for no reason. Like, a lot of people go through a lot of shit. Like, I've had this conversation about like the story of my life with like maybe about 3 people, and they were like, wow, really? Like, that's you? I would have never thought. I know, I'm just not used to having people in my life. I mean, as of recent years, I've had a lot of people in my life, but unfortunately my brain was already conditioned for being alone. So even when I was meeting people and making friends, my brain was already used to being alone. So it's not like I was one of those people who can make friends and like have an inbox talking to 50 people at the same time. Like, that can never be me. It sucks. If you made it this far in the video, I seriously fuck with you. I got a job. It's finally a legitimate excuse for why I've been gone. But I know I haven't posted in like 5 months. I think about my YouTube channel every day. That makes it even worse. The fact that I actually think about my YouTube channel and I still don't post. Leave a like and leave a comment too, and subscribe. Like, I am so scared to see how many subscribers I've lost. So subscribe, and if you were subscribed before and you unsubscribe, subscribe again because I'm back. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you soon. So